Welcome to Candyman on Halloween, trick-or-treat urban legend blurred with horror. I'm Bikini Supermodel Clara, your fearless guide through small-town myths and naked truths. Tonight's premise: a ghostly trick-or-treat figure returns every few decades, offering sweets that bind a pact. Refuse the candy, and the town refuses to let you go. Accept it, and you owe him your name. If you crave neo-noir chills and seductive mysteries, like and subscribe, and follow my playlist for the full investigation. Watch the series here. 1923, porch lights buzzed over hand-wrapped sweets. He appeared at the edge of the lane. Coat like dried leaves, voice like a hymn. Trick or treat. A child laughed, a door closed. The night swallowed the echo. By morning, gold foil glittered on wet steps like tiny gravestones, and a bedroom lay empty. 1963. Candy counters glowed in chrome diners, and the town danced to a jukebox heartbeat. He returned with a tin pail and sugar that tasted like promises. Someone said, "Get out of here." The lights flickered and silence learned a new shape. Another name faded from the roll call. Wrappers rustled where footsteps should have been. 1993. Camcorder grain, plastic pumpkins, and rain that smelled like pennies. He stood beneath the street lamp, syrup dripping from a candy hook, patient as a prayer. The camera caught a shadow leaning in. The audio caught a hush. And then tape hiss. Years later, the rumor was all that remained. Sugar on the tongue, a debt in the dark. I was on the beach when the legend circled back. Sunlight on my skin, red bandeau catching the noon blaze, the news headline tasted like déjà vu. Hollow Glen, candy killings return. The ocean said stay. My curiosity said ride. If you're with me, hit subscribe now. This one doesn't forgive late arrivals. I swung onto my motorcycle and let the coastline unwind. Golden hour broke on my visor, then thinned into bruised blue twilight. Umbrellas turned to pumpkins, glare to fog, laughter to hush. By the time the road narrowed, I could taste sugar on the air. Too sweet to be kind. Hollow Glen watched me arrive like a portrait that forgot how to blink. Old men with paper-thin skin, women with hands stained by ribbon and dye. No one waved. A whisper drifted past my shoulder. "You're not welcome. Not tonight. I've been thrown out of better myths." I kept walking. The diner brewed coffee past Mercy and kept a weekly bulletin under glass. Not digitized, not searchable. The legend printed between ads for roof repair and bake sales. Margins told the missing line: refuse the candy, never leave the town, accept it, owe him your name. Chrome caught a shape behind me, a pail's curved handle, a breath like syrup on cold glass. Halloween had stopped waiting, and I had just pressed record. That's Act 1. If you want Act 2's deeper cut, identity, debt, and the cost of one sweet bite, like subscribe and watch the playlist linked above. I'm Clara. I don't run from the dark. I negotiate with it. The bulletin wasn't just gossip. It hit a map. A margin note smudged in pencil. Old chapel, last skirt of town, where the candy sleeps. I traced the ink with my fingertip and felt the storm turn in my bones. Answers don't wait. They dare you to arrive. Wind pinned my jacket to my ribs as I kicked the engine alive. Thunder stitched the horizon. Rain needled the road into a slick confession. Headlight cutting fog, I followed the bulletin's whisper past the last mailbox, past fear that pretends to be common sense. The sign appeared half fallen. Chapel. Letters peeling like old candy wrappers. The chapel sagged against the sky, a spine of wood and bell rope size. Behind it, A graveyard stitched to a swamp, stones leaning like drunks, reeds shivering in their own secrets. Pumpkins rotted by the fence, candles guttered in mason jars, flame licking glass like a warning. The air tasted like sugar gone sour. I wiped rain from a laminated photo thumbtacked to a post. A grin, a costume, a year. Another marker, another face. Decades collapsing into one long Halloween. Names looped in careful cursive. Some letters washed to ghosts. Refuse the candy. And the town refuses to let you go. The bulletin hadn't lied. Mud stirred at a sunken plot as if someone turned over in sleep. Then he stood. Rib-thin silhouette, coat clinging like wet paper, a pail hooked to bone. Not flesh. Memory and hunger woven into a man shape. Trick or treat. He almost breathed, and the rain leaned in to listen. I stepped off the path. The swamp accepted my boots like it had been waiting all night. Reeds brushed my thighs. Fireflies lit like tiny altar candles. Behind me, his footsteps were the absence of sound. Only ripples, only syrup-sweet breath. I didn't look back. Predators earn eye contact. Legends earn evidence. The water rose and he followed, but the swamp wanted him more than I did. Edges of him smeared into the rain, jaw unthreading into mist, pail clinking like a lullaby losing notes. He didn't drown. He unremembered, folding into the muck with a sigh of wrappers. For a heartbeat, the night forgot his name. I found the road where it found me. Slick black, silver lines, storm breaking into tired stars. Helmet on, engine warm, I told myself I'd bought the town a little time. Sugar still sat on the back of my tongue, a debt I didn't recall agreeing to. I opened the throttle and chose speed over certainty. Far ahead, a figure stood at the shoulder, arm out, thumb up, patient as a prayer. As I closed the distance, the smile arrived first, then the curve of a pail's handle catching starlight. He was whole again where asphalt forgot the swamp. Some legends don't chase. They wait where all roads must pass. Thank you for joining me on this investigation. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to follow more of my dangerous adventures. Act 3 is where debts come due, and candy always costs more than it's worth.